Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining our webinar today. So we're going to be focusing on Give Miami Day, which is coming up in just 2 short weeks. So my name is Chelsea Clark. I'm Programs Associate here at the Miami Foundation. I'm joined by my colleague Stephanie Marcus on our development team to help in answering any questions you may have. So the purpose of today's webinar is to provide nonprofits participating in Give Miami Day with more information on next steps as we enter into the last couple of weeks before the event, as well as what to expect on the day of the event with regard to the Give Miami Day platform, which is new this year. So just a quick housekeeping note, please feel free to enter any questions you may have into the webinar chat box, and we'll do our best to get everything answered by the end of the presentation. Okay, so the next steps, if you haven't already done so, you can log into your profile by clicking the link in the official approval confirmation email to set up your login credentials.
Thanks for coming, Miami.
Once your credentials are set, go to givemiamiday.org and click the login button in the top right-hand corner to enter your credentials and log in as a nonprofit.
Thank you very much.
When you log in, you'll be able to make general updates to your profile on the Overview tab, which is the first tab on the left. You can add users, edit the narrative portions, and more. On the day of the event, you'll be able to track your donation report in real time via the Donation Information tab, which is the second tab over. You'll also be able to access this and export your donation report after the event to save all donor information for your records. The donation report will include timing of the transaction, dollar amount, donor contact information, the champion page that the donation came through, if applicable, whether the gift was made in honor or memory of someone, and any special instructions from the donor. Another added optional feature this year on the new platform is the option to create donation levels under the Donation Levels tab, which is the third tab over. Through this feature, you can tie a monetary gift value to a specific aspect of your organization's work. So, for example, let's say $100 could equal 1 animal spay or neuter. If you choose to input donation levels on your profile, these will populate as preset donation amount buttons on the donor form during the checkout process. The main benefit of this feature is that it allows your donors to gain a clear understanding of the kind of work that their gift may be used for and may encourage more donations to your organization. So just a side note to clarify, while this feature allows you to tie a donation value to your programming, all dollars raised on Give Miami Day are still considered unrestricted funds and can be directed in any way that your organization chooses to do so. So the fourth tab over, the Multimedia tab. Through this tab, you'll be able to update and add any photos or videos to your profile. And you can add as many as you'd like in this section. And the fifth tab over is the Champion Pages tab. Through this, you can view and monitor any and all champion pages that are created for your organization. Through that section, you'll be able to deactivate any pages that you would prefer to not be shown on your profile or make any edits or updates as well. So as far as deadlines, so the deadline to make general edits to your profile is Monday, November 18th at midnight. There are 2 exceptions to this. The fundraising goal and matching funds section, which can be updated at any time before or during the 24 hours of Give Miami Day, and the deadline to create a champion page, which is November 19th at midnight. So as far as the donation report, your profile will show your donation report on Give Miami Day as well as after the event. In the top right corner, you have the option to pull an Excel sheet of all of this information to keep and save in your records. In the top left-hand side of the page, you'll see buttons to update your fundraising goal and matching funds on the day of the event. Updating these are totally optional, but if, for example, your organization reaches its goal early in on the day of, and would like to go for a larger goal, you can definitely update the number to reflect this goal increase on your public-facing profile. So what will the platform look like on the day of? So at the beginning of the 24 hours of Give Miami Day, GiveMiamiDay.org will switch over into live event mode. In order for donors to search for nonprofit profiles, they can click the Donate button at the top of the main page, which will bring them to the page with all nonprofit profiles listed. From there, they can search by either the name of the organization, by keyword, or by geographic location. They can also filter by category, size of the organization, and if the organization has any matching available. So in addition to being able to find your organization's profile by using the search function on the website, you can also provide your donors with your organization's direct profile URL link in order for them to go directly to your profile page. On each nonprofit profile, there's a Give button in the bottom right-hand corner, which will take the donor directly to the checkout form to give to the organization. Alternatively, within each nonprofit profile, there will be a Donate Now button at the top right, which will also take the donor to the checkout form. On the left-hand side of each nonprofit profile, you'll be able to see updates in real time as donations come in to your total amount raised, the number of donors, your fundraising goal, and any matching funds. Please note that refunds are not reflected in your ticker and any matching funds remaining section unless the Miami Foundation does a manual reset of the system. We'll reset the system periodically throughout the day during the 24 hours to ensure that the dollars raised are accurately reflected on each organization's profile. You will also still be able to,
I don't know what she's talking about.
still be able to see all refunds listed in the donation report in real time.
If anyone is using the call-in info, if you don't mind pressing mute, I think we're getting a little bit of background.
Because we don't have a profile. We don't have a profile done.
For anyone that's calling in, if you could please mute your phone because we're getting a little bit of background noise coming in, it'd be great.
All right. Yo no sé cómo hacerlo. Oh, here it is.
All right, so the donor checkout page. The donor checkout page will prompt the donor to enter in their donation amount at the top of the page. If you created preset donation level amounts in your profile, these will populate in this section as donation amount buttons. The minimum gift that can be made is $25, and there's no maximum gift limit. However, gifts above $10,000 are not eligible for the bonus pool. We recommend dividing any gift above $10,000 into $10,000 increments when a donor checks out so that all gifts are eligible for bonus pool dollars. The next section on this page will prompt the donor to input certain details, including whether they would like the donation to be made anonymously, if they would like to cover the transaction fee, special instructions, etc. Once this is complete, the donor can add the donation to their cart. So the donor will then be prompted to either log into their donor account to check out or check out as a guest. And from there, they will input their billing and payment information and submit their donation. Immediately upon submission, the donor will receive an itemized receipt of all transactions directly to their email. All right, so champion pages. Champion pages are another optional feature that's new this year, and these can be used by supporters of your organization to create their own mini fundraising campaign for you that they can share with their network to encourage support for your organization on Give Miami Day. These can be created by your key supporters, board members, or anyone else that might like to champion your cause on Give Miami Day. They can create one by going to your organization's profile and clicking the Create a Champion page for this nonprofit button. It will prompt them to input contact information, a photo, and any additional information on why they are supporting your organization on Give Miami Day, and why others should too. Donations made through a champion page will be reflected on the page and will tick down in real time as each page gets closer to its goal. As a reminder, anyone can create a champion page anytime from now through midnight on November 19th. The leaderboard page will update instantaneously in real time throughout the 24 hours of Give Miami Day, and will include the general organization leaderboard, the prize winners list, and the champion page leaderboard. The general organization leaderboard can be filtered by organization size and category and can be sorted in varying ways. Additionally, any matching funds conveyed on the organization's profile will also be represented on the organization leaderboard. All right, so for the bonus pool, the Miami Foundation fundraises throughout the year on Give Miami Day for the bonus pool to provide an additional percentage gift on top of what each organization raises from donors. To give an example of how this works, in 2018, the bonus pool percentage evened out to about 6%. So if an organization raised $5,000 on Give Miami Day in 2018, their bonus pool percentage gift was $300. The bonus pool percentage will be calculated by the foundation after Give Miami Day and will be added into your total funds amount to be dispersed to your organization. All right, so as far as the prizes and match minute, so we know you're all super anxious to get this information. We're just finishing up a couple final last minute touches to the final list, but we will be announcing by tomorrow morning via email blast and on givemiamiday.org as well, so please stay tuned. And as a reminder, if a certificate of solicitation letter submitted with your registration application expires before November 21st, 2019, please be sure to email me your new letter as soon as you receive it. Your certificate must be valid with the state of Florida and must be provided by Friday, November 15th at close of business in order to participate in Give Miami Day. If the certificate you submitted with your Give Miami Day registration application is valid beyond November 21st of 2019, no additional action is required. If you have any questions about your certificate, it is recommended that you call the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services for more information. And just a few other reminders. Just a reminder to check out the nonprofit toolkit on givemiamiday.org for tools and resources for help in planning your fundraising campaign. Additionally, all donations must be made online through givemiamiday.org during the 24 hours of Give Miami Day. So if your organization has collected any donation pledges prior to Give Miami Day, these must be entered into the website on the day of. Also, don't forget to turn off donation links on your own website or redirect the link to your direct profile page on givemiamiday.org before Give Miami Day begins. Also, the one last item, don't forget to use and follow the Give Miami Day hashtag across all platforms leading up to the event and throughout the day to follow the movement. And just some key dates. So November 18th, as a reminder, at midnight is the deadline to make general profile edits. As far as the fundraising goal matching fund sections that I mentioned before, there's no deadline to update these. You can update them anytime from now through the entire day of Give Miami Day. And the deadline to create a champion page is November 19th at midnight. And then, of course, Give Miami Day is November 21st, starting at midnight, goes from midnight to midnight. And then finally, just as a reminder, all nonprofits will receive all funds raised on Give Miami Day from the Miami Foundation by December 31st at the latest.
All right, so I think we are ready to go through questions. I know we have quite a bit, so please stay with us and we'll definitely get to your question and make sure it's answered. Did want to make sure everyone knows that this is being recorded and will be on the nonprofit page in your toolkit to use this as a resource at a later date. I wanted to touch on the champion pages. So champion pages can be created by anyone, whether it's your staff, your board, friends, champions of your organization who are always supporting you. This is the time for them to show their support and make this page. So you as an organization can make it on their behalf if you choose. Some organizations have done that for their board members and then sent them the link and said, here it is. Or they can do it, by going to your webpage and clicking either fundraise, or if they scroll down a little bit, they can click off on create a champion page. So two different ways. Again, anyone can use it, and it's a great fundraising source, a fundraising tool for you to use to really expand your network. So that's a little bit on champion pages. Bonus pool dollars, I just have a question that says bonus pool dollars. So any specific questions on that, please let us know. But these dollars are raised by the Miami Foundation to provide that extra percentage, as Chelsea mentioned, on these gifts, which make each gift go a little bit further. All right, let's see here. I also saw a question about a DBA. So if you notice, your legal name is the name that is showing up on your profile. This will also be the name that shows up on the leaderboard. If you would prefer that your DBA is the name that is used instead of your legal name, please let us know. You can reach out to Chelsea, you can reach out to me, Stephanie. Our Chelsea's contact information is on the site, or you can reply back to the email we sent for this webinar and let us know. We can go in on the admin side and change that. That's no big deal for us and won't affect your payment. Speaking of payments, I also saw a question on when you will receive the money that you raised. So we do have to go through a period to make sure that everything is cleared, that no one is doing a chargeback on their credit card, and for us to determine the bonus pool dollars. So we commit to get you these dollars by ACH by December 31st. We hope that it will be earlier, but in an effort to not cause mass chaos, we just say by the end of the year, definitely by December 31st. I also saw a question about donor information and how that's stored. So donors do have the option to create an account online. They can save payment information. They can save their own contact information. The payment information is encrypted and held by our payment authorizer. They're called Stripe. So we cannot see any payment information. You as the nonprofit won't be able to see the credit card information. That is all encrypted, and we don't have access to that. All right, so as far as the donate link, so no one can donate to Give Miami Day until 12 a.m., 12:01 a.m. on the 21st. So right now, where you see fundraise on your page, it's going to change to donate now. So I know it can be a little bit confusing, but again, that button will change once we hit Give Miami Day, and that's when donors can start going in to donate. As far as what Chelsea referred to for disabling the links, that is for your own website. We strongly encourage you to change the link for your donation on your website, but it goes to your nonprofit profile page. Again, that URL is what you created when you registered. You can go into your profile. If you go to your profile page, you'll also be able to see what your URL link is in the top bar. But we suggest that you change the donation page on your own website, but it goes to your page, and that way any donors who maybe are trying to donate to you for Give Miami Day don't get too confused. All right. The itemized receipt, yes, that is their tax letter. So technically the money comes to the Miami Foundation, therefore we provide the tax letter. And once everything is settled, again, by December 31st and you get the money, we already provided the tax receipt, so you do not need to. We do strongly encourage you to thank your donors. They will get a very simple tax receipt thank you from us. But many donors, we hear from them after the event, and they truly appreciate the personalized thank you that you send after the event in addition to their receipt that they get from us. Deadline for champion pages. Chelsea, can you pull that? I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah. So the deadline for anyone to create a champion page is midnight on Tuesday, November 19th. So just a couple of days before Give Miami Day. We decided to make that the deadline to ensure that anyone has access to continue making champion pages up until the event, but we also want to make sure that nonprofits have access to go in and just confirm that any and all champion pages that are created on their profile are actually accurate and that they do want to keep them on there. So it's just a little bit of a buffer zone before we actually switch into event mode so that they can double check those.
We have a question on the Match Minute, so that will be announced by tomorrow morning. So we'll announce who's sponsoring it and the time of the Match Minute. The Match Minute period is just 1 minute. So Last year, for example, we had a matchman at 10:40 a.m. So as soon as the universal clock hits 10:40, start making those donations. The pool for match minutes is $15,000. Again, this is a one-to-one match for gifts between $25 and $100. So if your donor makes a gift of $1,000 and it's within the time frame and there are funds available, they'll get matched up to $100. So I would encourage your donors to make gifts between $25 and $100. They can add multiples to their cart and checkout, but it would be only up to that $100. You can access our site on mobile, on a tablet. It works great. It is very fast with reaction times. So definitely encourage your donors. They can give on any platform. Again, about champion pages. So if anyone, including a board member or any ambassador, wants to create a champion page, they do create their own specific URL link that can be accessed now, but on the day of, it will have a different button on the top, just like on your profile page. It will say donate now. And what happens is then it takes you to the checkout and you're donating to the organization. So you'll be able to see in your donation report if the gifts came in through a champion page, and the champion page holders can see if any gifts come through their champion page. The landing page of Give Miami Day, or when you click on Find a Nonprofit, is randomly uploaded. So you could press refresh and you'll see a different set of organizations on the page. You can click alphabetize and then there'll be an alphabetical order or randomized, but again, it's all very random. Same thing with the Recommend a Nonprofit that a donor sees during their checkout. It's random. The recommendation does have a bit of an algorithm to it. So it does match if, a certain donor is giving to an animal organization, it's going to pull up animal-related organizations. But as far as the Find a Nonprofit page, that is all random and we can't control that. As far as limits to the amount of transactions a donor can do, there aren't any. So they can give as many times as they want, as much as they want. But the donor should keep in mind that their own credit card or their own bank account may have a spending limit, either a daily spend limit or just the regular cap. So if they're having issues, we suggest that they reach out to their bank or their credit card company, or if they know in advance how much they're going to give, that they reach out to their company beforehand to let them know that everything is legit and to not cap off their donations. We've had a few questions about embedding. So for those who have been with us for Give Miami Day before, there are some questions about how they can have the donation form basically embedded into their site. That is not a feature that our new platform offers. So we do ask that you provide the link to your direct profile page for Give Miami Day, and donors will then click donate off of that page. Just to reiterate, your profile page, that fundraise button will turn into donate now. So you already have the link for your profile page for what donors will need to go to on the day of. So use that link to send out to your donor base and let them know that on the day of, it will say donate instead. So that your profile page, your URL link that you personalize, that is the one you want to share. And again, on the day of, it will turn into donate rather than fundraise, and donors can give in that way. Champion pages, so for someone who creates one, they do create their own link that they can share. If they are trying to get into their own champion page to edit it, they will go to givemiamiday.org, log in the top right. After they log in, it will take them back to the home page, so they'll have to go back to the top right and click on their name. From that, they'll then get to their profile homepage, click on My Champion Pages, and there's an edit button. Champion page donations will be automatically added to your donation report. Again, these are donations that go straight to you. It just is almost like a filler to get to you, but it gets to you just the same way. The only difference is that you'll see in your donation report in one of the columns, there's a field that says if a champion page was used, and if it was, you'll be able to see the URL link that was used. So you will be able to see what gifts came in through a champion page versus what gifts came in straight through your nonprofit profile page. I know that some organizations are using champion pages for different programming, so if you're looking for a way to be able to identify those, there is a column in your donation report that you can use to see which gifts came in through that page. There will also be a leaderboard for champion pages. That will be, again, one of the leaderboards, but these donations do go into your own total, so they will be reflected in your nonprofit profile leaderboard as well. All right, I don't believe I see any other questions, so if anyone has them, please get them in before we take off. Okay, I see a raffle winner. The raffle winner will be announced on Give Miami Day. So for those of you who were able to register before September 20th, you had the early bird prize raffle. And again, that will be done on Give Miami Day. And when we announce our prize list, you'll be able to see the specific information. If a donor comes in and makes a gift as a guest, you will still get the same information as long as they chose to not be anonymous. You'll get their donor information. They just won't have a specific account to log into. So again, you're still getting the same information. It's just that when they go back on givemiamiday.org, if they were to create an account, they wouldn't see it on there. We don't currently have statistics on how the majority of users view the pages. For example, if they're using their smartphone, a tablet, or a PC. We can try to look into that for this coming year, but we know that the platform works great on any type of vehicle that you're using. Donors can have more than one champion page. They can have as many as they want, especially if they're going for different causes and want to be able to send that out to their network. So again, they can choose as many as they want, and their same profile, they'll be able to manage all of those different champion pages they have. But again, any amount they want, especially if you have board members that sit on multiple boards that are participating, they can create a page for each one. As far as making the gift on Give Miami Day, when donations are able to be made, donations are very easy. So you click Add to Cart. It'll take you to a page to answer the first set of questions, which if you participated in years before, you might remember. So for example, if you're a first-time donor to the organization, if you want to cover the service fee, any special instructions, if it's in honor or in memory of someone, these are very easy fields to fill out. Once you click Next, it takes you to your subtotal, and then to where if you want to log in or check out as a guest, and then the billing information. So it's really no longer than your checkout on any other type of commercial website. Very easy, very intuitive, and especially if you have an account, then a lot of your information comes pre-populated once you get to the next step. Can we download our donors to our database? So what I'm thinking this question is can we export what's happening on Give Miami Day into your own database? And yes, so you'll be able to see the home screen has the list of donors, and there's also a button in the right, on the top right, that says export. So you can export that to an Excel list and use it for however you organize your donor information. And just to reiterate, we do have the field where someone can put in honor, in memory, or on behalf of. There is also a field for special instructions. So if there is something specific, I know some donors will say that it's in honor of someone, and then they'll put the person who it's in honor of, their address. So all of that can still be captured, and you'll see that information. Do we have to create a login for each donor in advance to have their financial data stored on the system before the 21st? No, you can definitely create the account on the day of. While you're in the checkout, the option will be check out as a guest or create an account or log into your own account. It's a bit prettier than how I said that, a bit more intuitive. But basically, as the donor checks out, they can create their account in that moment, and that way their information is saved. So again, that can be done on the day of. They can create the account on the day of before checking out and add payment information, and then check out from there. Upon a successful donation, the donor will be sent to a landing page that basically, says thank you, we appreciate their gifts and their support of Give Miami Day. It encourages them to share their gift on their social media platforms, and then the donor can choose to either go back and keep looking at nonprofits to give to, or exit the site from there. They also get their email receipt immediately after the transaction. Chelsea, when do you think we'll have this posted?
Yeah, so when will be posted online? So the idea is to have it posted on givemiamiday.org on the For Nonprofits page by the end of this week, so by Friday. And yeah, if you have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to reach out.
Okay, so the matching funds, we have two situations. So we have the bonus pool. Those gifts are those matches are on any gifts between $25 and $10,000. So again, this is the bonus pool, and it's the extra percentage. The dollar amount is the percentage that we add on to each gift, and what it gets applied to is a gift between $25 and $10,000. So if a donor were to make a $20,000 donation, we would provide the percentage on the first $10,000. Now, a way to make sure that the full $20,000 is accounted for is if your donor adds $10,000 to their cart and then another $10,000 to their cart. So basically, they would put in $10,000, add to cart, go back, add $10,000 again, and that way both of those $10,000 get the bonus percentage. When it comes to the match minute, that's our pool of $15,000. That's during 1 minute. Once that's up, it's gone. Unfortunately, in years past, it's gone in 3 seconds. It's been 8 seconds, but I don't think it's lasted longer than 11 seconds. But those gifts are only a 1-to-1 match for gifts from $25 to $100. So if a donor gives $150 and they make it when the pool is still available, they'll get a 1-to-1 match of $100 rather than the $150. This works the same way as those bonus pool dollars. So if you have a donor that puts $100 in their cart and then another $100 in their cart, that's going to apply. But it is only up to that $100. So we have tested this out on smartphones. I do see a question that says it doesn't work. So if you could please reach out to us directly so we can help troubleshoot with you, because and I'm sorry for some context, we have a question that it's not working on smartphones. So if anyone's having that experience, please reach out to us directly so that we can help troubleshoot with you. Okay. Sorry, we have a couple complicated questions, so I'm trying to get to the easier ones. So we have a question, our URL link is what takes the donors to the donate button, right? Correct. It's just that right now that donate button says fundraise because only donations given on Give Miami Day, November 21st, will count towards your total. So right now you're still sharing the link. You're saying on Give Miami Day, please come back. That's where they'll go. And again, that fundraise will go away and the donate now page will be there. Your champion pages will still be on your profile. It's just that you won't be able to create a champion page on the day of, and instead it will say donate now. Okay, so we have a question about giving ahead of time and then making the gift on Give Miami Day. This is really a decision that's up to each organization. So I know we keep saying it, but only donations that are on Give Miami Day get applied for your Give Miami Day total, which means your bonus pool dollars and any matches and prizes. So if you have someone that's coming to you with any kind of check or donation before Give Miami Day, You as an organization can decide how you want to handle it. Some organizations will deposit it and make a credit card gift using their company credit card and put in donor information. If you have that situation, again, it's an organization decision. We can't really steer you in one way or the other, but if you do have additional questions on that, I would ask that you reach out to us directly. It's a bit of a long answer, and so I'd rather take that offline. So we will tell you by tomorrow morning what time our match minute is. So again, we are still finalizing details and we want to get everything out to you as a whole, but you will know tomorrow what time the match minute is, and that way you can start letting your donor base know to try to make their gift during that match minute if you want to go after that, or you can look at all the different prizes we have as well and see if you want to direct your donor base to go after a certain prize. Are there any special tips for engaging donors, especially coming from a small nonprofit? I would suggest visiting the nonprofit toolkit on our website. It has really great resources, a really great planning book that our programs team has put together and can really help you with this type of question, with planning your campaign, different things like that. If you kind of want to brainstorm, feel free to contact us and we can try to steer you in the right direction. But I would definitely say visit our website and really utilize the Facebook exchange. We have organizations on there that are new, organizations that have participated in the past, and we really want to share all the best tips and tricks and have everyone have a successful day. And by doing that, sometimes we have to lean on our peers. So definitely try to use the Facebook exchange to be able to speak to each other and find out what works and what doesn't work. As far as accepted methods of payment, so in past years, we have only accepted credit cards. That also means a debit card, or if someone has some kind of Visa or American Express gift card, that could be used as well. This year, we also have the option to pay by your bank account. So a donor can put in their bank account name, their routing number, and their account number, and they can do basically an electronic check rather than using a credit card. Again, all this information is encrypted. You as the nonprofit wouldn't see it, and us at the Miami Foundation wouldn't see it. Even Civicor, our platform, wouldn't see it. It is all encrypted within the payment processor, and their name is Stripe. But again, I do want to note for the bank account method, because of it going through an actual bank, if there's any issue, if there's a refund needed, it takes 10 business days to settle. So with a credit card, we're able to make a refund right away if there was a mistake. So for example, if someone put 10,000 instead of 1,000, a little bit of a bigger deal if it's for their bank account. So we do want to make sure that everyone's very careful if they're using that bank account option, because with a credit card, we can refund it the day of and it won't appear on a statement. But if it's with the bank account, then it has to post and then be refunded. So it does take a little bit more time. The Miami Foundation does not accept checks on behalf of the nonprofit if the donor is not using a credit card. So again, we would encourage them to use their bank account or work with you as the organization to see if there's any other options they can do for the day of. The other option the Miami Foundation offers is if your donor is planning on giving $5,000 or more, then we can try to set up a donor advised fund for them, and that way they can send in a check ahead of time, they can donate by securities, any gifts of stock, an IRA rollover. There are a lot of different ways that a donor can donate ahead of time, and we can hold it until the day of. But because of the amount of work that goes into it, and again, we don't charge any fees on our side, we do ask that minimum amount is $5,000. And again, want to mention that this is being recorded, so we will have this on our nonprofit toolkit page, so you can access it at any time. And please do, I know we zipped through this pretty quickly, so I would encourage you to go back and take another look. There are a bunch of new things for Give Miami Day, and we don't want you to have any surprises on the day of.
All right, well, yeah, it looks like that is all the questions that we have. So we really just want to thank everyone for joining us today. Yeah, definitely reach out. My email is on the last page, just so everyone has it. Oh, one other last quick thing that I did want to mention. So on the day of the event, during the 24 hours of Give Miami Day, if anyone has any questions at all, please feel free to call us at the foundation on our main line or email info@miamifoundation.org. We are basically all together as a staff, and we're here to help you. So yeah, please definitely don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions.
Yeah, definitely reach out if you have questions.
All right. Yeah, and there's my email down there at the bottom. So yeah, please let us know if anything else comes up, and we are happy to help.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much.